Good morning or good night, good evening, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're talking about the brand new album by the band Moths, and it's called Septum. And Moths is a band from Puerto Rico. You can explain their sound as progressive, stoner, doom, metal. They even have some jazz elements infused into their sound. And this is their second long play album. They had a few EPs and songs here and there, and they have been active for a few years now. So the band for this album, Septum, it's a concept because the seven songs are the seven deadly sins.
Box! What's in the fucking box?
Hold on, Brad. We'll get to it. We'll open the box. So I've ordered this album on CD, but I haven't received it. If not, I would actually have a a box to open, but there is no box. The box is in your mind. So, like I said, this is seven songs, and this is their first album with their new vocalist Mariel Viruet. So before they had a vocalist Damaris, so the band was at a crossroads because Damaris had to leave the band, and they're like, yeah, we already have established our sound with female vocals, but Marielle brings something to the table that they didn't have. Like she can also sing like quite operatic vocals. Think of Nightwish, because she has that talent. So she can. They needed a female vocalist that could do gutturals, cleans, and all that, and she brings that and more to the table. To me, Moths has always been a great. They have great musicians, but I think this new vocalist is taking the band to different, unexplained, like uncharted territory. So let's talk track by track about this album. So the first track is Love. And this one is an instrumental track, like a minute and a half. And when I first heard this track, I was taken like aback because it has like this guitar banjo that sounds like they're in New Orleans or they're like in the bayou, which was like interesting. But it's interesting because that sound of that guitar, I think of laziness, which is fluff. So I'm like, yeah, that is genius. So it's just like the intro track to this album, and it really sets the mood. And I really didn't expect the opening to the album to be like that. So there's some experimentation and maybe some weirdness in the music. As I was like taking aback, I'm like, oh, this is different. I didn't expect this. So the second track, which was the final single that they released, is Envy. And on this one, the bass tone by Wesley Negron, I love it. The bass is always so present in that song that it kind of carries the song, but also the vocals. So Marielle on this one, she almost, if you watch the music video, it's like she's doing two parts. There's the clean part, which is like the nice sweet part, and then there's the evil part uh, that she plays on this, and she does it so seamlessly. And I think, and even that track, it doesn't have like supreme guttural vocals, but I think it's. I like the interplaying of more aggressive vocals with the more clean, heavenly vocals, and I think it really gives you like because the song is about obviously envy. It gives you that thing of like one voice is envying the other. So I think it's a great track, and I think it's one of the best vocal performances on the album. So after that, they have two tracks that are probably one of the heaviest tracks on the record, which is Greed and Pride. So Greed, like I said, is one of the most aggressive on the album, and here the drumming is insane. So props to Daniel Figueroa for some great drumming, frantic drumming at some parts, and the song also gets quite hypnotic at times. So it gets like real guttural vocals, like real angry, then hypnotic, and then You have like again that some soaring vocals to make it stand out. Pride almost starts like it like greed ends and it's like a pride starts, so it sounds like a continuation of the other one, and it starts with a very aggressive heavy scream, and then you get like this, there's like a weird not vocal, like guitar effect that runs through the track that gives it like an eerie sound. And then you have like a great some what the guitar solos on this track are great, and they feel like very 70s progressive stoner metal. So Jonathan Miranda and Omar Gonzalez on that one really do an amazing job with the guitar work. Then you have the song Lost, which, by the way, is my favorite Seven Deadly Sin. So on that one, it's the song is more sensual. It takes its time. It's not that aggressive, but it's not a ballad. I want to state that out. And again, another amazing vocal delivery. It's more like a prog stoner, like slow tempo vibes to that one. And I think I like the way because you're trying to be lustful, so you need to have some vocals that are sexy, man, for that track. And I think the way they do it, it really works. The last two songs on the record are the first and second single that they released. They have some great music videos. So the first one is Gluttony.
Dessert.
Yeah, this is a day for gluttony.
Yes, I know. It's that's that's my least favorite Seven Deadly Sin because if you watch that music video, it would make you want to go on a 3-day diet and not eat anything. I love the intro guitar to this one. The like it really gets you into like the song, especially because on that one, then Mariel gives you like some evil vocals where she says like, "Welcome to this place where you're going to experience a lot of pleasures." And she does some of the most aggressive screamings on this track, but also she gives you like an operatic vocal performance in less than 3 minutes and a half. So it's the vocal part for that one is amazing. It's amazing. It's commanding. She commands your attention, and it's a great track. I can see why it was the first single. When I first heard this first single, I really was like, wow, it's weird, it's different, but it works, and I got me excited for this record by Moth. So the last song is called Wrath. And on this track, again, there's some great guitars, and like the vocals are meant to evoke anger and the wrath. So there's some evil sounding vocals, gutturals, but also some great clean, soaring cleans, like dueling with the other ones. And Wrath, again, uh, that song also has almost at the end some amazing again drumming, like very aggressive, like pounding those drums, which makes sense because it's supposed to be a song about wrath.
Not true.
Become vengeance, dude.
Ah, she's all right.
Yes, Kevin, unleash that anger. So yeah, in conclusion, Moths-Septem, it's a great album. It's not that long. It's like clocking about like 30 minutes or so. But it's an album that takes risks, and also it has some weird tempo changes, but that work. And to me, like I said before, I think that Moths, the musicianship in Moths has always been top notch. But I think the vocals are much improved with Marielle. Not that's not a slight or anything against their older vocalist, Damaris. She was great too, but I think Marielle gives them like a versatility that the band did not have. So the sky is the limit for Mobs right now. So this album is out this Friday, August the 1st. And if you're in Orlando, I think they're playing this weekend. They have a mini tour over in the States. So catch them live. They're amazing live. I've seen them countless of times and they always deliver. So I want to know from you couchers, what do you think of Moths-Septem? I also interviewed the band a few months ago, and we did talk a little bit about how this album was made. So I'll put that interview somewhere around here. So if you like the videos I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like and do not forget to subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So until next time, couchers, this Hector, the shield dude on the couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.